Happy?
Hi, good. I think that the strategy we learned, like where you just have to say tell me more and not ask so many questions, it was actually really helpful.
So when you do your observations, you're like not only looking at their face, like right there, you're looking deeper into their emotions, deeper into what they want as a consumer, deeper into like what they require, their needs and their wants, basically.
Overall, I was very impressed. I think there are kind of 4 ways that this applies to not only other subjects, but just their lives in general. The first would be collaboration. One of the goals of education is to, not just to teach students that they're not just kind of isolated units, that they have to work with people and they have to learn to work with people. And as soon as they enter the workforce, that's something that they're going to become quite proficient at if they're going to succeed in whatever they put their hands to. And this really...
I think it's really good how we did this in groups, because I don't think we could have came up with so many good ideas if it was by ourselves. Because like in groups we work off each other, so as long as we keep generating ideas and cooperate, then we get really good results.
You want to be trusted when you're somebody my age.
One of my struggles is I'm not able to express myself.
I'm looking for a way to incorporate a social aspect into my normal hobbies, so I'm not so alone all the time.
Like before, like when I think of business, I think of like product right away, consumer, and like how like I can mold it to fit the consumer. But now I think of more like consumer before product, like how I need to like analyze all the different needs of my consumer before I really look into developing a service or a good. Success of your whatever you're offering kind of depends on whether or not your consumer actually needs it and wants it.
Like spa days
The third thing I would say would be, and really important, would just be creativity. I remember hearing a presentation, a TED Talk by this guy, Ken Robinson, a few weeks ago. And one of the things that Robinson was stressing is that when it comes to modern education, it can tend to stifle creativity. I mean, kids are very creative, generous people when they're very young, and education seems to just kind of suck the creativity right out of them. It's unfortunate, and I feel like this is a way that creativity can be nurtured with the students, which is very, very important in terms of their social capital for later on in life.
One thing I would take from this experience is that no idea is a wrong idea, and I think that's really important because it helps you be creative and innovative. That doesn't mean it has to be just bordered on these 4 walls of school. I could take it outside of school and try to make new things out there. There's no limits, and nothing can actually stop you if you have your support and sensibility intact, and you know where you're trying to go. I think that's something that I've learned here, that no idea is a wrong idea. So you can do something good, and then good will come out of it. So it's always an overall good thing.
So it's to create a fun atmosphere and to give people an opportunity to meet people with similar interests.
And I got to represent my culture. And there are different competitions that I could take place in.
The biggest things that I liked about what Rotman did was that it seemed to fit perfectly with the Ontario provincial curriculum. The second thing, I'd say that it applies in terms of tactile learning. So, the skills that they learn, they're taking this idea and seeing it through is something that they don't really get, I think, in a traditional learning environment.
Okay, good luck in all that.
Nobody knows who I really am. I mean, I love to write, and I have so many other talents. There's no way we can express our talents. It was fun. It was a good learning experience. I looked at business in a whole different light.
And the last and the most important thing I'd like to focus on would be the self-guided learning. And I think that'll simulate more of what they're going to experience at university. And I think that'll definitely relate more to what they're going to do later on in life as well.
Great. I learned a lot of things that I didn't expect to learn. And like she said, we can always apply it, not only for business, but for school. Whether it comes to just talking to our friends, we want to understand more about them, or understanding more about our surroundings.
I definitely look forward to seeing them come back next year with the same program. I'd really like to see a locally developed course that's just totally built around the Rotman design process, where that's what the students do all year long. I think that would be a real asset to our school, and I think would be a real asset to other business programs in the GTA and all across Ontario.